Do you know what's really good for a hangover? Not Eric Dubay. Eric Dubay is really bad for giving hangovers. And I don't think his yoga would help with one either. Some more shots might help with a hangover. Hair of the dog has always been proven to work well. So in which case, we've better finish off this Liathon of Eric Dubayness. A shot count. Oh, I bet I didn't put the counter in the last one. Fucking didn't. I'll fix it. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Sarcastic Barman and welcome to my headache-filled channel today. Oh, I hope everyone had fun with the last video, and yeah, I'm recording this the day after, so joy. And we're just gonna, yeah. Oh, it actually helps. We're gonna get on with looking at the rest of Eric Dubay's Liathon. Oh, joy of joys. Now, I've got to remember we just finished the stars, and we should be at this point.
Samuel Rowbotham was a prominent and vocal flat earth proponent in the 19th century, but he certainly didn't kick off this whole flat earth thing. From the beginning of recorded history, and for thousands upon thousands of years, cultures across the entire world all believed the earth was flat. The cosmology of literally every pre-Copernican culture, besides a few ancient Greek philosophers, described a stationary plane earth, and not a spinning ball.
And your point being what? The civilizations that couldn't blast things into space didn't know how the Earth worked properly? Sounds about reasonable. The only problem with your sort of theory is, I wouldn't even call it a theory, if you take, say, a civilization like the Egyptians, considering you had them on the screen, even they understood that the sun went down. It didn't just disappear into a dot. Because in Egyptian mythology sort of thing, the sun went down to light up the underworld and then came back round. So it just shows that even ancient Egyptians were more understanding of the world around us than fucking you are. Oh. Lovely.
What he did is he started on a long river and he stood here, this is him, with a telescope. And he had his friend in a boat ride a number of miles down the river. So this was what he was suggesting. Because of the curve of the globe, he shouldn't be able to see his friend after about 6 miles. The top of the sail should have been about 11 feet under his view, but he saw his friend go like more than 6 miles. The whole time he saw the whole boat and the whole thing just like this. That led him to thinking that Earth is not a globe.
Samuel Rowbotham was already well aware that Earth was flat and motionless. His Bedford-level experiments, there were many actually, were designed to demonstrate this fact. He conducted several experiments using telescopes, spirit levels, and theodolites, special precision instruments used for measuring angles in horizontal and vertical planes. By positioning them at equal heights, aimed at each other successively, he proved over and over the Earth to be perfectly flat for miles without a single inch of curvature.
Damn, that was a long clip. Gave me some time to dry out, though. Now, if we're doing all this talking about Rowbotham, why do I have a feeling you're not going to mention the Wallace and Hampden bet for some reason? The one that sort of showed Earth to not be flat. Or you're not even going to talk about the Oldman when he repeated the experiment and used 3 flag posts looking down and found the middle one to be 3 foot higher than the other 2 because of the curve of Earth and because of refraction and all that lot, with the other 2 being able to see. Yeah, they're things that flat earthers don't like to mention, really, do they? Got a lighter fluff. Oh, love it.
Rowbotham's findings, beginning with his 1864 book, Earth Not a Globe, an experimental inquiry into the...
To save a bit of time on this section, because you're just going to talk about Rowbotham, his book and all that shit, we'll say you're going to miss out facts, you're going to twist facts, you're probably going to lie about something, so I think we can have this without worrying. There we go.
They believe that the Antarctic surrounds the Earth.
It is a fact, not a belief, that if you travel southwards from anywhere on Earth, keeping the pole star exactly 180 degrees to your back, you will arrive in Antarctica. The vast majority of Antarctica's coastline is raised significantly above the water level.
Now, while there are areas of Antarctica that have got big ice wallies type areas because of glaciers and things like that, I wouldn't say it's most of it. That's a bit of a stretch, really. The penguins would probably be a bit pissed off if they had to put on ice climbing spikes and get the fucking axe things out to climb up every year to go to where they live. I mean, McMurdo base, the Argentinian base, things like that would be very difficult to supply if the only way to get to them was on a crane on a boat to get her up. Luckily, they're not. And you saying they are is just lying, really, isn't it? Oh.
Usually around 100 to 200 feet, thus why it is sometimes referred to as an ice wall.
And keeps the water in between the ice mass, just like this. Look at that. These are the principles of the Flat Earth Society. Honestly, seeing it like this, it's not so crazy.
You joke, but this model of contained, level water is actually a legitimate demonstration of our objective reality.
No, it's not.
Ball that Play-Doh up into a spherical Earth and pour that water on. Now which one is the joke? Ballers will retort that gravity magically causes water to stick to and curve around such balls, but try as they might, they cannot reproduce this claim on a scalable model, so we just have to trust them.
And asking for a scale model of Earth to demonstrate gravity just shows your complete and utter lack of any understanding of anything to do with gravity, really, doesn't it? Yes.
We understand the ice walls, we got all that figured out. You might say, what about the seasons? This is the most enjoyable part of the flat Earth theory. It is actually suggested that the sun spins around the Earth. I'm actually doing the opposite of that, but give me a break. The seasons changing when the sun is closer and further from the Earth.
The seasons are not directly caused by the sun changing in altitude, but by the sun's changing its position and speed. Each year the sun begins its journey at the Tropic of Capricorn at the winter solstice, where it makes its fastest and largest circle over the Earth.
Really now? See, we could easily check that, couldn't we? Because you look at, say, a city like Sydney that sits below the Tropic of Capricorn. Then during their summer solstice, our winter solstice, north, they would have to be looking in a northward sort of direction to see the sun at sunrise. Except they look in an east-south-easterly direction. Now, I'm not sure about you, but I think south is the opposite of north. So if the sun is supposed to rise over there to be on the Tropic of Capricorn and they're looking over there, I think that fucks up your whole sort of idea there, doesn't it? Yeah, I think all sunrises and sunsets that seem to fuck up the flat Earth idea, because you can sort of look in that easterly sort of direction and that westerly sort of direction, and you see them, but none of it sort of matches up with that flat Earth plan. Maybe it's because you're a liar again, or you're just a fucking moron. Oh, god damn it. Play the next clip.
For the next 3 months, every day, the sun slightly narrows its path and slows its speed, until by the spring equinox, the sun has spiraled its way from the Tropic of Capricorn to the equator.
We are going to go to the next section, but I just want to figure out first, what magic force keeps the sun floating in the sky and makes it move at the speeds it moves and makes it change its speeds and everything like that? And how does it sit separate from the dome? And what magical force keeps it up? You know, all those stupid questions that flat earthers can't answer. And say, well, yeah, no. Just no. And also distances on that flat map you're using just don't fucking work, do they? No, they fucking don't. Oh, God. Why do I do this to myself? Oh, God.
So that's good. So they believe in gravity. So we're good. No, they don't. Gravity is a hoax. We all stay here, not because of gravity, but because the Earth and the sun are constantly and ever moving upward, like a tower of terror that you can never get off.
This complete nonsense is just not true. Literally no flat earther in history ever believed or even presented this ridiculous theory until it was included on the farcical, satirical, controlled opposition Flat Earth Society website in the early 2000s. I have not found a single flat earther outside of the Flat Earth Society who believes or promotes that misinformation, and the thousands of flat earthers on my channel will back me up on this. Please comment below if anyone actually believes Earth is an upward accelerating disk.
I've seen flat earthers make that argument. Just because you don't believe it doesn't mean others don't. And that's the big thing with flat earth. You can't all agree on one fucking thing because none of it makes sense at all. So it's just you all have your different crazy stupid ideas. And your whole density buoyancy that you go for doesn't work either, does it? No, it doesn't. It just doesn't. You're a lying cockwomble, as always.
This brings me to photographs. So you're saying, I've seen photos of the Earth. It looks like a sphere. It's very circular. Why haven't these flat Earth people seen the photos either? Well, they have. But those photos were taken by NASA. This is a quote pulled from the Flat Earth Society's website. In general, we at the Flat Earth Society do not lend much credibility to photographic evidence. It is too easily manipulated and altered. That is where me and them connect. And on the whole, the Flat Earth Society doesn't believe anything that NASA says or does.
Once again, this deep researcher references the single website on the very top result of every Google Flat Earth search, the Flat Earth Society, a farcical, satirical site which is constantly exposed and debunked by genuine flat earthers, including the original, actual Society of Flat Earthers, known as the Universal Zetetic Society, and its successor, the International Flat Earth Research Society. BuzzFeed, of course, doesn't bother researching or mentioning these groups and their publications, because, like most people, they're only interested in mainstream edutainment, and just assume if it's not on Wikipedia, or the first page of Google's biased search results, then it must not be real.
Well, strangely, if I search for Flat Earth on Google, the Flat Earth Society doesn't even come up till page 2. The first result's actually a live science one. And then there's some YouTube results, some newspaper results, everything but the Flat Earth Society, apparently, so that's quite amusing. No, none of your shit comes up in the first 2 pages, though. Are you a bit salty about that? I think you're a bit salty about that. Let's have a drink, because you lied about the thing being the first result, and it's not the first result, because you're a lying little cockwomble who didn't even bother to go and check things. Oh, God, why do I do this? Why? Eric Dubay, you have just proved yourself to be a liar through and through on these 2 videos. You are an absolute waste of space on the internet. Your ideas and theories have got as much sense as them as why you eat crayons, because you think it looks funny. That's about all I can think to explain your lack of understanding with the world. Do yourself a favour and pick up actual books and read actual things that, to start with, don't support your belief, like your weird ones about nuclear bombs, the Holocaust, the shape of the Earth, dinosaurs being fake. Yeah, apparently dinosaurs are fake. Actually, let's because we've got enough time on this video, let's have a look at fake dinosaurs on Eric Dubay, see what he's got to say there. Hey, I didn't mess up and not record my audio, and I'm having to do this entire scene over again. Yeah, that's not something I'd obviously do. Yeah, but anyway, dinosaurs never existed apparently, and this is on the Eric Dubay World Press site, so it's his own site. You go to evolution, intelligent design, truth. We've done intelligent design, it's stupid. Ape men never existed. Yeah, they sort of did. Dinosaurs never existed. No, they did. Giant human beings did exist though. Lovely, Eric. Lovely. Oh God, where was the bit we saw in here? Something you can't make an entire animal from just a set of teeth. Good job we found entire fucking skeletons then, Eric. Fuck my life. You would know this if you ever looked into anything properly. What else has he got here? History stuff, time manipulation, the Columbus lie, Lusitania, Pearl Harbor, those things. Okay, symbolisms. Okay. We like the secret societies. I might have a look at some of those. Numerology. Fuck, numerology. New World Order stuff. Okay. Controlled opposition. Oh, good God. Atlantis. Now, Atlantis could be fun. Atlantis could be really fun to look at. If you want me to look at Atlantis, leave comments. And there's that entire comment section thing that we will not be having a look at. And then we've got his stuff. 200 proofs Earth is not a spinning ball. Yeah. There's not 200 of them, and most of them are bollocks. Actually, they're all bollocks. And all the other stuff. The South Pole does not exist, apparently. Arctic versus Antarctic. Midnight Sun. All these things where he just doesn't understand at all. Oh, good God. Flick back to the other thing. Alright, that's the end of the two-parters. Good God, I still feel drunk from the day before, and then all these shots on top don't really help. On these notes, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've enjoyed these videos. Don't forget, see you next Tuesday coming up, and all the other stuff that's just everywhere. Things. I don't know. I really don't know. Thank you very much, my members, patrons, everyone who helps supply me with alcohol to make these videos possible. And we'll see you on the next ones. Good night.